Good morning and welcome back to another weekend unboxing on Gaming with ADHD. Today we are taking a look at Rogers Rangers, America's First Commandos from Decision Games, a solo player board game about the colonial American frontier during the French and Indian War. Now, before we get started, I hope this video will earn your subscription to my channel. I have tried to cover all sorts of tabletop gaming content and would love for you to come along and see what I have to offer. If you do like what I do, please like and subscribe for more videos. Now, I picked up this game at Dice Tower West, basically on a whim. I was wandering the small dealers area, and when I passed by Decision Games, I was with my wife and I jokingly said, pointed to the games and said that she would never play any of these games with me. And she just looked, laughed, and said, nope. So, for me, this absolutely impacts what games I'm going to purchase because she is my most frequent gaming companion. I try to get games that interest her and make her want to play. So, a historical war game is just, detailing actual units is just something that she's not interested in, which is fine. So with that said, I am also stepping out of my own wheelhouse here as well. To me, part of the fun of board games is the interaction with other people at the table. So unless it's on a tablet, I generally don't go for the solo gaming experience. But as I was wandering the dealer's area, this small package kind of caught my attention. Priced at only $15 US. I kind of zeroed in on this particular game, Rogers Rangers. And honestly, nostalgia just hit me. Now, the nostalgia wasn't because I'd played this game before. This was only released in 2018. But when I was about 11 years old, my brothers got me a game for our computer, Airborne Ranger. Now, in the rulebook, there were a few pages dedicated to talking about Rogers Rangers and how it have influenced American Special Forces ever since. And to be honest, 11-year-old me was absolutely fascinated, and I have been ever since. And when I saw a game that I could play based on this historical unit, I decided I wanted to take a chance. So, with that said, let's take a look at what we get with the game. I'll give you my initial thoughts, and hopefully here soon I'll do a live play of the game and have some fun with it. So, what you get is basically just a small envelope. It's just a Ziploc bag, sized for the content, and just a few sheets of stuff. So all right, this is a little bit of a pain to get out. That's frustrating. But this is what we get. So let me set this to the side. Actually, I do want to point out the back. Basically, they're going to give you a description of everything in here. You've got a picture of the map. You get a few cards, some tokens. They're going to, break down who is this for. It's for one player. Company warband level plays in about 60 to 90 minutes with low complexity and very high solitaire value. Obviously at, this size, clearly aimed at solo players. So, all right, let's take a look at what we get. So we have our instructions, a sheet of tokens, and a map, and a packet of cards. So first off, let's open this up. All right, so this is actually a really good sign because, as you all know, my recording area is extremely small, but this actually fits. I might be able to just use this to record a video of me actually playing. So this is actually kind of cool. All right, so This is set in the Adirondack Mountains, near Lake Ontario, St. Lawrence River, Lake Champlain, different forts and settlements around the area. Set in about 1763, I think, so more than a couple hundred years old. But yeah, so I like this. It's obviously fairly simple as far as board game goes. It is not double-sided. That would have been nice, but I'll be honest, I don't do a ton of historical gaming, so not quite sure how well that would apply. We've got our compass rose. Okay, so that actually gives a little bit more context. So, lake to the west, moving east. All right, cool. Sorry, got a little distracted there. I like that. It's simple. It's not too big. Honestly, for a solo game, I kind of don't want it very big. All right, so we've got basically 6 8.5 by 11 pages of rules. Not a lot of diagrams, but it looks like it's broken down pretty well. Should be pretty simple. Alright, we've got different, so mini game scenarios. Description of all of the tokens. So overall, looks pretty simple to get into, so we'll see there. All right, then we've got our tokens. So as I throw the camera out of focus, sorry about that. All right, so we've got 40 different tokens. We've got Robert Rogers, Putnam, who's probably with the British, maybe the French. Langlade. These are probably the French militia. We've got British regulars in militia. These are probably going to be your rangers. Boats for moving through the rivers. Let's see. All right, these are double-sided as well. Also look very generic. So that'll be interesting. All right, and then we have a small packet of cards. Interesting. I thought. They give you a baggie for the tokens and the cards. Again, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that's a big deal. Developer, thank you for putting in a baggie for all of these, all of these tokens. So, all right, so we've got cards talking about missions, scouting, rescue, raiding, big campaign. All right, so that's cool. So you get basically 4 different mission types. So they're going to give you basically the layout for the scenario and what determines success. So gain 2 RP, gain 1 op. I have no idea what those terms mean. Recruit 1 ranger unit and reveal 1 objective after setup. So, all right. So that's kind of interesting. So it gives you a little bit of play variety. Obviously, with everything being kind of generic, replay should actually be pretty good. All right. And then ops, so I'm going to assume these are different operations, different things you can do. So supply check, Pontiac. Coureur de Bois. I'm sorry, I'm going to destroy that. Me and French have never gotten along. Me and Portuguese, though, I mean, I kind of fake it. Rules for ranging. So this is actually kind of interesting. The stand. So as you can see, actually, let's see if I can get this to focus in. So if you can see here, it's the standing orders for Rogers Rangers. I forget how many it was, but this was actually one of the things that really fascinated me as a kid. Basically, at the back of that rule book in the computer game, there was the list of standing orders for Rogers Rangers, and I thought it was super interesting and literally just fascinated me. So I like that little reference there. Friendlies. Fortunes of War, Ranger Relief Column, French Discover Ranger Camp, Wilderness Challenge, Massacre, Indian Ambush, French Attack, another Indian Ambush, and Montcalm's Army. So, that is what we get as part of, or for the contents of Rogers Rangers. This is interesting. I like the historical aspect. I am very curious as to how well it will work as a solo game. Like I said, it's not necessarily my first go-to, but I'm absolutely excited to try this out. So let me know. What did you think of this? Does it look interesting? What do you think of the historical aspect? I don't think they are trying to, necessarily play one thing, or any problems up. I think they're just trying to look at the historical aspects of it. I like how they put down here, minutes to learn, quick to play, historically accurate. So, I am absolutely going to give it a try. Just need to figure out a time where I could schedule up for a live play. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and that way you can get some notifications when that happens. So if you like this video, please give it a like. Otherwise, I do hope I earned your subscription today. And, thank you for watching. We'll talk to you next time.